program because we pay $15 an hour, and it's an excellent internship program that we have because you're going to learn something from the top agency in the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioner Avila. My name is Sam Pappu. I'm an electrical engineer with the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago for the last 17 years. And before that, 5 years I was in IT with Lucent Technologies, 97 to 2002. And before that, 16 years with the steel industry. So this is my 40th year in the electrical engineering. And so today's the topic, like as decided by the panel here, is like the dirty water and clean international business. So how is it moving like together? Like one side we are talking about dirty water, nobody wants to even touch or see it, and then again we are talking about the international business. So we will see some of the aspects of that. Okay. My presentation here is like this: introduction and the resource recovery and not wastewater, opportunities in India, water and waste management, and conclusion, question and answers. Let us see this beautiful picture of the water recycling. Can you see that that's how the nature recycles the water? Basically, if you see, the ocean, that's where the major source of that water, and then it evaporates and from the other resources and comes back as precipitation as rain, comes back into the rivers and ultimately goes back into the ocean. So this is the nature's cycle, recycling cycle. Beautiful, right? What is missing here? Can anybody find out? One thing is missing in this whole thing.
Dirty water?
Human. We are missing there. That's why the picture is so nice and clean and everything. So once we enter into that scenario, now you see that what is going on. So this is the best part of the picture. Now when we enter into the scenario, so we have got we are withdrawing the water. So then we purify it, we deliver to all the industries and then the residential houses. Then we produce the wastewater. So the wastewater, we will clean it ideally, and then we will treat it with that into the discharge, and then that discharge goes back to the streams. So this is a perfect scenario where we are talking of we are going pretty much near to the nature, we are doing again recycling. But that is not the ideal situation all the time. Okay, if it is our ideal situation, we should do like that. But this is what exactly most of the world is having like that. Even USA is not an exception. 1974 we have got the Clean Water Act, and before 1974 there is a fire in Chicago River. That bad the situation is. And about 130 years back, like 12% of the Chicago population died because of the plague. And then our agency has started, by our government independent agency, and they found that Lake Michigan is the drinking water source. We are drawing the water from Lake Michigan, and then all the waste is going into the Chicago River. Chicago River is going back into Lake Michigan. So we are again drinking our own waste. So that's how the problem and all these things have happened. That's when people have thought of, hey, what we have to do? We have to these two things we have to deal it, and then we have to treat it, and then only we have to do. And then the first engineering marvel our agency did is they changed the direction of the Chicago River. Now Chicago River, instead of going into the Lake Michigan, now it goes into the Des Plaines River, and then to Lake Mississippi, the Mississippi River, and then to the Gulf of Mexico. That's how we educate. But from 1974, most of the USA has got anywhere you go, any a small villagers, like a municipality, they will have their own small wastewater plant. Because our MWRD was formed such a long time back, the downtown Chicago and 128 municipalities around, we got like planned together with only 7 wastewater plants. That's it. Now you go to, for example, neighboring towns in the Dubai, like say Naperville, it has got like 2 wastewater plants. The Downsboro, the Darien, anywhere you go, they have like their own small plants. But whereas like for 128 municipalities in downtown Chicago, we have only 7 plants. 2 of them are the one is the world's biggest plant, 1.4 billion gallons per day capacity, and then the Calumet water plant about 600, and then the O'Brien plant in Skokie, then we have got Chambers plant, the Hanover Park plant, and the smallest is in Leong, which is like 3 billion gallons, that is minimum. So all the way down. Just a very brief about like how the wastewater process goes on. And then as it is, like there is no wastewater, right? When we open our tap at the kitchen, it is a fresh Lake Michigan water we are getting it, right? So I just drink it. I don't use any bottled water, so we can drink anybody. So then how the wastewater is there, like into the picture at all? We are the ones who are developing the wastewater. So we flush it, like we do the laundry, we do the kitchen utensils and whatever you think it. So the whole we are making it into wastewater and sending it into the system. So that is one which is again everything is collected and comes to a wastewater treatment plant, and that's where it enters here. And then we have got like it spins out any big debris they are removed. Then the sand is removed here like a chambers, and then we have got a primary clarifiers, then activated sludge and secondary clarifiers. And you can see here nowhere like we are not using any chemicals or anything. It's all a natural process. Like only here we are adding that pumped air, like for the oxygen for the bacteria to grow and to disintegrate the organic matter. So finally, the sludgy part, they take it into the digesters, and then they store here, and then this we get the methane gas here, and then finally the clarified water, it will be sent into the nearest river or like streams, whatever it is. So this is the basic scenario of the wastewater treatment. Now, coming back to that one. So, just now we are talking of all these things. Now nobody is talking of the wastewater, at least in USA. It is not wastewater. It is wasted water. So wasted, not wastewater. So now we are talking of resource recovery. So what is a wastewater? Wastewater contains of like about 99% of the water. Then we have got like the biosolids, whatever the sludge is remaining on that. And then during the process we get the methane gas, the biogas. So it is the energy we are recovering, and then we are also recovering the phosphates and nitrates, so those are the nutrients we are recovering. So these are all like together. So if you leave it like that, then it will contaminate the further all the water bodies, including the groundwater. But like you process it and take it off, we are recovering back all our resources. So we are recovering back the water, and we are getting the energy from there. We are getting the nutrients from there, and all these things. So that's how like things will go on. So now you can see that some of the things like the US process about 9.5 trillion gallons. So imagine like if we are not processing all these things, so that it is contaminated. That's what is happening in some of the developing countries. They don't care about the wastewater treatment, and they talk of all the time only of the water. They think that they are good, like when they drink a bottled water and then there are nice systems at the kitchen, but once that wastewater is generated, they don't care. It goes into the road and then the outside. So that is what the contaminating that one. So their natural resources are undergoing irreparable damages. Now the resource recovery. So with the wastewater being increasingly recognized as a value source of the renewable resources. Okay. So the wastewater treatment facilities which treat the human and animal waste to be viewed as renewable resources recovery facilities that produce the clean water, recovery of the energy, and generate nutrients. Now, what is the USA scenario in the wastewater sector? So we are having like about 14,000 pure publicly operated treatment works. And then the California, you know that Arizona, California, Texas, these are all some of the states. They are not having that much of luxury as we have because we are sitting next to the Lake Michigan. And so we have like a tremendous amount of the freshwater lake. But they are using it like, there is one organization called waterreuse.org. They strive, in this aspect only, how we can able to reuse the treated water. May not be directly for the drinking, but at least for the agriculture, we can, for the industry, a lot of things we can be able to take care of. So once you use this amount of water for the agriculture, for the amount of industry and all that, that much amount of the natural resources, natural water, we are able to reduce, like, taking it from the sources. And we are also having that 8 million tons of the dry sludge is being taken out, which we will be using it, like, those are the ones which will be, the aggregate sludge is the one which we buy from your Home Depots, like a pot soil. Now, use a scenario. See, the beauty of this country is like the water and the waste management, we treat it like an industry. So that's why, like, people operate. For example, Commissioner told just now we have a $1.1 billion budget. But how that $1.1 billion budget is supported? Illinois government is not paying us, or it is not being supported by the directly federal government. So it is like, if you see, once you go back home and look at your water bill, if you consume, let us say, 1,000 gallons, and let us say you pay $100, below that immediately they say that, hey, what you are doing with that 1,000 gallons, right? You are making it into wastewater and sending it in the system, giving it to us, like, to again clean it. So immediately there is like a wastewater charge, 15% of that. So $15. So those are the $15 which is coming into our agency to treat that water. Okay, so you are all our customers, like the whole of the Cook County who are using water is also like paying us, like, for your wastewater generation. So that's why, like, we have got, like, you are talking of 60 billion in the wastewater, that revenue, and then wastewater treatment revenue is like about 8 billion. Now you look at that India scenario. So India accounts for 2.45% of the land area and 4% only of the water resources of the world, and represents about 16% of the world's population. So there is no, like, what you can say that, like, between the population and population growth and then the water resources, it is becoming like a big challenge for the government and all that, how to give the water to the people. So the CPC means nothing like our central EPA, like, environmental protection agency type. So they say that the estimated sewage generation in India for class 1 and class 2 towns is 72% of India's urban population. And but this is the main thing. So they have like 30% of the installed capacity. So, for example, the Hyderabad town, we went several times, it generates 1,800 million liters. They talk in terms of liters, so multiplied by 4 is your gallons. So they generate 1,800 million liters per day, and they have the capacity for about 800. The 1,000 million liters of the raw sewage just goes out into the nearby that one river called Musi, and no other town is like different from that. Everybody has got like similar type of situation. So what is happening now? So every day 1,000 million liters of raw sewage is going into that one. So those rivers are getting irreparably damaged, and then now the industrial type of pollution. So they are coming and they are again going on the ground, and there are like some type of spurious patterns. Like what they do is like they take care of only profit, so they don't care like they're treating and all that properly, so they leave it. So those industrial chemicals, they are contaminating the groundwater. So it is becoming like an irreparable damage being done to the water resources. So that's what, like, from 2016 onwards, when we went there and saw these situations, then we thought like, hey, let us do something much bigger than just going and talking with the people of a room full, then let's go in a bigger situation. So we started this water and waste management an organization. And any organization, it is not sustainable unless it is like a self-sustainable funding and then the type of thing. That's why I will tell you in the future slides when I come back to the water and waste management. Okay, continuing with the India scenario. So now, currently, like this is the dry waste I'm talking about. So dry municipal solid waste. So earlier we talked about the wastewater. So 127,486 tons per day of the municipal solid waste is being generated. So India is ranked 5th in the world among the top e-waste producing countries. So after USA, China, Japan, Germany, and estimated 1.85 million tons of e-waste, the electronic waste is being generated. So declared, and now the government of India, now everybody is like, they are very serious now than what's going on, particularly for the water. What they did is like all the water related things, they put it under one ministry called Jal Shakti, and then they told like, okay, you guys take care of that, everything related with the water, so that like at least a part of the bureaucratic red tapeism will be cut down. So now the amount of the dollars they are spending now is like tremendous. So by what it means, there is a 15 billion investment like by 2022 there is on cards, and these are all some of the schemes which they are taking care of. Because the present Prime Minister Modi's government is ambitious, like by 2024 they want to give the drinking water, like safe drinking water to all the villages, up to the villages level. And there are like 640,000 villages there. So there is a enormous water, and then the amount of the resources required. Now the drinking water for the about 700,000 villages is costing like about 51 billion they are spending by 2024. And the liquid and solid waste management, the other day we conducted our second conference at Hyderabad, 17th and 18th, and on other 2 more days, 19th and 20th, we were invited by National Institute of Rural Development, who are our co-sponsors also, who are in charge for the whole of the rural scenario, all the rural development things for all the villages. So the additional secretary from the Delhi, they are participating. He told like, okay, 120,000 crores we are spending in the next 4 years, for the liquid and solid waste management. So the government is serious now. They are trying to spend, and then the public, they are getting the awareness so slowly. So it is still like under the government control most of the funding and all that. So that they are now coming with more of the public-private participations on that one. Then there are like this foreign direct investment, they call it FDI, inflows to India. So these are all in general what is going on. Because like all over the world, like after China, India is like the next, the fastest growing economy. So people are going from, they call it what other nations, like USA, Germany, or any other European countries, they go to India and they invest it. For example, particularly in the IT sector, even though we see here the major things are here corporations, the back-end work is all being done back in India. So this is again connected with that some of the achievements what the government had done. That's what they give. This slide is directly from the ministry. So the housing to all, about 107 million units they have targeted so far. Then individual household toilets. Yeah, this is one major achievement recently the government had done. There's open defecation, like there is a major problem in India, which they eradicated completely recently. Like they subsidize the toilets, then they gave the money and all these things for all the villages, and then get that septic tanks built, so that to make the total India 100% open defecation free. That is one major achievement that they did by last year. Otherwise, like a few years back, like it's still like in the villages there's open defecation. and then the cause is like, again, the diseases after the rain, the same thing, emerges into the streams. Then cooking gas connections are given, so that also like reduces the people use it like in the villages, lot of wood and all that firewood, which causes a lot of pollution problems. Then 374 million beneficiaries bank, then sort of universal health care, they are having a lot of schemes they have put in. And then now, this is the one like we've seen, the drinking water to the complete households by 2024, very ambitious plan. That's what now they are working on. Now, USA-India trade scenario. Now we are in USA. India needs they're spending. They require. They're looking for some help and all that. There is an economic opportunity there now. So how we can able to help them at the same time, like benefit from the activities over there. So the US normally this is the general scenario I'm talking. There is nothing connected with the water and wastewater. So the US goods and services trade with India is about 114 billion, and then with the exports 42 and imports 72. So there is like a $30 billion surplus with India with the US. So that's why like when the President Trump went there and all that, so they signed up like some of the defense agreements and all that. Now, US foreign direct investment, so there is a lot of liberalization from the government of India standpoint. So if you want like start like some investment in a particular area, particular industry, then like you have to go through the guidelines. Of course, there are like some restricted sectors are there, like the defense, banking, and insurance type of thing, which you have to go through certain norms and all that. But some of the industries like mainly for this type of thing, like water, wastewater, and then energy type of sectors, they getting the permissions and getting the approvals is pretty easy. And sales and services in India, majority US owned affiliates, 22 billion. So everything we are talking of like multi-billion dollars. And now this is something the FDI, so like a foreign direct investment policy. Then which sectors like we can able to invest it and which what are the caps on that. A little bit of information. Same thing if you are eligible to invest in the other side, like we will be receiving that the amounts from this one investments regarding that. The FDI entry rules. One is an automatic route. So if you are like some of the sectors, some of the industries are there, where like the government will not bother much, like you are investing in the solid waste to recovery of energy, that type of industries. So the approvals will be given faster. That's called automatic route. And then there is a government approval route. That's like the one where you are supposed you want to invest in some type of defense sector or some banking sector, in the insurance, those are the things that have to go to the government. So 100% FDI, there is like an automatic route. So how those things are there, and these things given earlier by one of the authorities, like in our recent presentation for last conference. The government approval route, that's where like you're going with the public sector banking and all these things. Now, where we are standing now. So far like what we told is like what a wastewater is, like how the resource recovery is, what is the scenario in US, what is the scenario in India. Now we are talking of like what is our role, what is the WWM, what is our role. So WWM is the one like water and waste management. We started like about a couple of years back with Frank Avila as the chairman, Dr. Prakasham Tata, who is 83 plus years of age, and he has 64 years of experience only in wastewater. So he is the co-chair, the president, and the CEO in India. That's Frank. Okay, so basically what we are trying to do in WWM is like we are trying to build two platforms. One is a knowledge platform and another is a business platform. As I told, like the sustainability that is important, because otherwise what will happen is like, okay, the government or somebody is known to me, or like put that one is happy, he will give a co-sponsor somebody, and then we have a beautiful conference this year. Then second year, maybe something happens. Third year, okay, there is a change of government, nobody known, the whole thing collapses. So that's why, like for any of the organization to go, in a long run and also expand and then to be practical, you have to have sustainability. So that's why we are trying to build this one with the two platforms. One is a knowledge platform and second is a business platform. So we are trying to get like all the experts. So this year we are like 40 plus experts. We went from USA, and there are some US Thailand team came out. There about 18 members team. They are groundwater experts. They came because they are big in groundwater. They know, but they are not experts on the wastewater side. So they asked us like, okay, we want to come see the conference. We want to hold a conference in Bangkok. With your support, so that is, that means the word is spreading faster, like So we have got like an open door policy, like, and with all these things, like we are doing it at our own time. For example, for coming to the, of course, commissioner is exempted because like he is at almost the affairs and he can come anytime and go. But as an employee, I had to work up to 3:30, and I took a couple of hours off and left at 1:30 to attend this conference. So same thing like going to India, I took a 2 weeks of my own time, and then like last time too. So the knowledge base, that's what like we are building. Like we have got like tremendous input like from USA because we treated this as an industry. So we have got the PhDs, a lot of PhDs working for our organization itself. And we have got like so many organizations like huge corporations. So you might have heard like the corporation like the Suez, the Xylem, and all these people. They employ like a lot of engineers, like right. So because how it can happen? Because they are all industry, they are for profit. They are doing. So that's why like we had like building a knowledge base with these people and who are interested to come to India, and then building this knowledge base. And then comes this business base. So we are trying to put together the knowledge, and the customers are all there. Okay, so we are asking them, okay, come here, attend our conference, look at our expo, whatever day, and then you can choose, like with the interact. Okay, you may be a commissioner of a small municipality of like a 10,000 population, or like you are a commissioner of a metropolitan city of Hyderabad, which is a 1 million population, right? So your whatever your requirements are different, like on all these things, but like you can choose all these things. So that's where the business platform is models are coming, and the people from here, US, they are also more interested because if suppose they have a product right here, it has to be tested and all that. The testing and those things to get it certified is like a huge money, you have to spend here. But whereas like with a fraction of a cost, you can do it there. Those things. So these are all the advantages for all the industry in the water and waste side. We have it. That's why like we are putting them all together. Basically, I am not owning any of those things here, nor Frank Avila, nor Dr. Tata. So we are all like only managing these two platforms. We are creating these platforms so that the people all over, like from US, they will come here, and then they sit in the knowledge side or the business side, and then they interact together. And a very recent conference we had it. We have 8 tracks. So water and wastewater. Then this is the one like women leadership in water and waste management. So we got like at least 12 women leaders, the CEOs and others like in the water industry. They came and attended there, and with the equal number of people from India. And we have got like reuse of the water in agriculture, water, sanitation and hygiene, wash. This is more a lot of medical doctors participated in this. And solid waste, there's a lot of California guys like Zero Waste Alliance people, they came in. And resource recovery and energy, USC has got like a department called Energy Resource Center, if the people know it. The director of the ERC, he came, he was the track leader, Mr. Cliff F.K. And he is also president of the Midwest Cogen Association. And we have got this importantly, the business groups. And then IT, IoT and instrumentation, this is where like we used to tell the Indian folks there, like the young generation, they are all very savvy for the IT, like everybody talk of the IT and the computers and all these things. Then I tell them like the IT is like sugar and salt, like you take your watch, you take your washing machine or anything there without there is a amount of IT involved in that one, like software. But by itself you can't. IT has got no value, right? You have a software developer. What we will do unless like it has like an application, part of that application. So sugar and salt, same thing. Sugar and salt by itself you can eat it, but it has to go into the as an ingredient into all the foods. So that is one thing like we want to motivate the kids over there, because 2 years back, like one of the university vice chancellor had an MOU with us. He started a course and they said like wastewater management, something like that. Then the next time when I went, I asked him, the vice chancellor, sir, how is your course going? He told no, it's shut down. Why? Hardly 4 people joined that on there, they didn't come. So that's why like the job, the perspectives has to be there and all that. So I told him probably you would have put that course name not as wastewater management, but computer aided design of so and so, so and so, so and so, something with the small letters of wastewater design, something. So then people would have been more interested. So those are all the 8 tracks we recently did it. And our Thailand team, like they are still now in Bangkok, and it's a small country, but like they are very interested, like they want to have a conference with us in September, October time frame in Bangkok. So worldwide, the water is the #1 priority and the critical element. If you see that, like okay, there is a problem with the gasoline and all these things, like we have got an alternative, right? We got like we can go to solar, this one, that one, and all these things for the energy and all. But water has no alternative. Okay, so when water has no alternative, we have to take care of our natural resources. So together we can solve. Thank you.
I'd just like to explain on the planet, okay, the planet. We all know the planet, right? The planet is made up of water. 30% is what? Land, right? Out of that 70% of water, 70% of water, 1% is surface water. 1% of that 70% is surface water. And what do you use that surface water for? You drink it, right? 1%. 20% of that 1%, think of it, 20% of that 1% is right here in the Great Lakes. Okay? And now 90% of that 20% of all the surface water in the United States is right here. Just look at that percentage. Okay. So our drinking water is so small compared to the whole planet. And that's why water is the next oil. And water is what? Life. If you don't drink water, you're going to die. Just try. I know, don't try, but if you don't drink water for 3 days, your body shuts down. You're gone. You could live without food for 30 days, but no one can live without water. And that's why India came to us. You know, we would give the workshop. Now, what's happening now on our conference? Thailand came to us now. to do a workshop in Thailand. You got all these third world countries are having water problems. Now, you guys are in school right now, right? I don't know what you're taking up, but what you're taking up is going to be important to do international business. It could be human resource, it could be behavior, because what do we have to do to solve the water problem? We have to what? Change the human behavior. Okay. There's nothing to do with engineering or IT, but we have to change human behavior. And so what you guys are doing here, you have an opportunity now to maybe start your own business and travel and help society and make money. So this is what our conference on water is doing right now. Now, do you have any questions now? Any questions that you want us to answer? Because water is the basis for anything that a business needs. If it's IT, pharmaceutical, making cars or anything, they need water. So, any questions? Yes?
Yes. How extensive are the opportunities for business to work in India to help the water situation?
Well, we have, we're working with the various agencies now in India. As Sam mentioned, we're working with an agency that is in charge of all the villages in India. How many villages are there, Sam?
700,000.
700,000 villages in India, and we're working with that agency that want us to help them solve the problem, not only in water, but in anything that they produce and manufacture in India. 700,000 villages. The opportunity for you guys here, when you graduate and learn, you can start your own business and probably go to India or any third world countries, guys. And we would take you there, and we would introduce you to the government in India. And maybe you would help the people and make money also. No one here is interested in making money, right? Question?
So in other words, you're saying that Commissioner Avila, that U.S. businesses could go over to India to help reduce the waste that's coming out of industry, to help change the infrastructure in the villages so that more water could be, the water could be used differently in a more conservative way, and that's one of the opportunities, or some of the opportunities for U.S. business.
Yes, and you know, as I mentioned, but we have to change the behavior of people. And I don't care what country you're in, if United States or a third world country, you have to change the behavior of the people. Yeah. How many here waste water here? Huh? We all waste water, right? How many here has a car? Huh? How many here has a bike to go to school? Huh? Yeah. How many, especially your eating habits too, guys? Yeah. How many here are vegans? How many here are vegetarians? How many here like to eat meat? What is the climate change problem we have here? What, guys? Lifestyle, right? That's the biggest problem we have. But any other questions?
Yeah, actually, it's not a question, but a comment. What I wanted to say was that the glaciers in the Himalayan mountains are retreating rapidly, and they feed the rivers and millions of people in India depend on those rivers. So I feel that desalination and wastewater treatment are going to become increasingly important, given the adverse effects of climate change, which is causing the glaciers to retreat.
You understand what I'm saying? Desalination. It's expensive to convert that seawater into what? Fresh water. Very expensive. The Israelis they're doing it, but it's at a very cost. In California, all the states that are along the coast, there's all seawater, right? And California is having a problem with water because it costs a fortune for them to convert that seawater into fresh water. In California, in Orange County, California, what do you think their drinking water supply is, guys? What do you think? Huh?
Well water.
what else? I don't think it's well water.
The Pacific Ocean.
Pacific Ocean, no. Do you know what it is? Number one, pee. Guys. They're recycling their pee for drinking water. No, it's good. What do you think the astronauts, what do you think they drink up there? Huh? Have you ever wondered when you drink water, it's water, right? You drink it, right? And it moves through your body, right? Your water is moving through your body, and what? It's absorbing all the nutrients in your body, right? So when you eliminate it out, what is it? What is the combination? It's water and your nutrients. So what they do is that they separate the water and the nutrients, and it's water. You ever think of that? You have to change the behavior and the thinking of the public, guys.
And one more thing, Cape Town, as you know, had a major water crisis, and they had like day zero. Now they pushed it back through very aggressive wastewater management. So everything was being recycled.
Yeah.
Every drop was being recycled. Otherwise, Cape Town would have completely run dry of water on 30th of June. I think it was 2018 or 19. So
yeah, India also the similar situation. Like they say that by 2020 itself, major towns are running out of the water. Chennai was shut down for about a week last summer. So the desalination and those things are already they are put in Chennai. So, but like the desalination problem is like when you desalinate the water, then there's a lot of amount of like the concentrated water coming out again that has to be disposed of. That is the problems are also there.
And when Sam was giving his talk on recycling, we were talking about number one, right? What you do with number one? What do you think we do with number two, guys? Any questions on that? Yeah.
I think some people use it for fertilizer.
Yes. Do you know how we treat here in Cook County? We're the largest agency in the world. We have people from all over the world come and visit us. Take any country in Europe, they'll come here and see how we treat wastewater because it's important for the health and welfare of the public. If you're not healthy, your corporations will make money because you're sick. They can't hire qualified people to stay healthy to do the work. We treat, I think, 500 tons a day of your number two of poop, guys. Do you know how much that is? Huh? And we move out every day and we give it to the farmers to use as fertilizers for their livestock crops. It's excellent fertilizer because it has nutrients. And when they apply it on the ground, what is that helping also? Climate change. How do you help the CO2 in the atmosphere? You have to what? Absorb that CO2 in the atmosphere. What is absorbing the CO2? Yes?
The green, that's the vegetation that is growing.
Right. So your soil. Your soil is absorbing the CO2. Or your trees, your plants. And what's the problem we're having now in South America on the forest there? They're destroying the forest, right? That's all. We're all talking about climate change. We have been protecting the climate change over 30 years because we treat your number two. And we give it back to the farmers there. And what do we do with your gas? How many here have gas, guys? We all have gas, right? Huh? You know, we take your gas, the methane gas, and we turn that into energy. Guys, energy. And we use it to power our plants. And that's what other countries are using going to do too. We're going to use your gas to provide energy. And also, we may do it to provide biogas also. Any other questions? Yeah.
So, one of the questions I have, and forgive me if I'm a little bit out of date, but it's my understanding that you cannot sell gray water. Is that correct? That would be water that's already you wanted to use it to, use for industrial purposes or irrigation purposes for states that have a shortage, is that a thing that is legal to do now?
Well, on the radio, we could sell it to manufacturers, like, we're talking with Ford company on the south side that makes the cars, and on their paint side, they use the city water. So we're trying to see how we can run a line over to them, and when we treat, we don't call it treated P, or treated number one, because we're educated now. We go to college, and so now we use the word effluent. It's a more educated term, effluent, but no one understands what that is. But so we use that effluent for them, if we could get it to them, for them to mix it with as a liquid, instead of using the potable water. There. So manufacturers could use our treated water. There. And you're talking about gray water. So, and any other questions? Yes.
Well, I just often wonder what causes droughts and like, for example, waterfalls on the Canada, keep drying up, then comes back.
Sam, you think you can answer that? She's talking about the drought in Africa.
Droughts, there's waterfall Victoria in Africa has been going through a period where it just dries up and the waterfall no longer, produces water to fall.
Well, you know, what she's talking about is drought, right? What do you can't do anything because that's, you gotta talk to God about it, right? So what are the people gonna do? You think they're gonna stay there or are they gonna move? Huh?
Animals die.
Yeah, they're,
It goes against the people,
right.
the villages and the wildlife, the plants.
So let me put a point there. That's where the technology comes into play. Recently in our conference, the one lady, she is the founder of the Global Water Works, Mary Edward from Liberty, she came and participated. So she was telling now, see the atmosphere itself, is all we are having humidity, right? So we should have they are building some type of gadgets, like it picks up the air from there and it condenses so you can get a filtered water. So only thing is these type of technology, unless your solar type of thing, or your LEDs for example. LED lighting 3-4 years back it is prohibitive, nobody could able to afford. Now it is less than $1, everybody is changing, right? So same thing, when the technology comes first time, once the cost of that one comes down, it will be more useful for the public. So they are already putting in some of the units, and the University of Illinois professor, he also came, they are also doing the similar type of research but in a different way. A type of material, they apply coating on that one, so the nights when it is cool, it absorbs the water. So this type of lot of research is going on in this is off the your groundwater or surface water. Now it is now pulling the water from the atmosphere. So there is a lot of research going on there.
but a lot of people will start moving where? Where do you think they'll start immigrating to? Huh? Where do we have 20% of that 1%? Right here, right? We're gonna have because what people want to live and they want to move where water is at. So this is God's country here. Any other question?
Yes. Is there the next conference is in Bangkok, and are there opportunities? Will there be information about business opportunities, and could the public attend?
Yeah, everybody. You see, the conferences, these are all open, where I gave my card and presentation, and I can, everybody who wants, I can share my card. We have a website called waterandwastemanagement.org. This is our second conference. Also, our first conference information is also there. In fact, bad, like, they're like, I want to show that two souvenirs we published like last time in this one. The PDF forms are there. People can go and download too. So when the conference is there, for example, this series is on 17th and 18th. People from US, there are a lot of people attended too, and it is like very cost effective. We are not like practically charging anything for them. Why we put in February? Because like if you put the conference in November, December, or any other time or peak June, it costs more than $2,000 ticket to the India. Whereas like in February, we get for $900 to $1,000 return ticket from Chicago. Okay, so that's what like everybody liked. And February is a nice time in India. It's neither hot nor cold, and it is not conflicting with any of the festivals like the Thanksgiving or Christmas or any of those things, right? So after all these things, we chose February for India, and then the Bangkok team, the Thailand team, they are doing a lot of work. Two of the Buddhist monks came there too, and they started a project they are implementing in Bangkok from 2016 with the help of the government. It is a nice word that who gave it also. They call it as groundwater bank. Okay, so you can have your bank account goes up and up and up, but like your groundwater is going down and down and down. Like that is common anywhere in Asian cities. Like today it is like 100 feet. It's going to 150, 200 feet. Like they are going drilling. They are not getting the water. So what they did is like they take like a huge area, like say 20 villages to the contour it, and then make all the scientific evaluations, all the water flow, water slopes, and all these things, and then where the buildings are, where the actual the fields and everything. Then they see in that the area where like the water gradient is like empty lands are there. Then they are like putting in like a small lakes like water. That's all like they're trapping the rainwater. It's called nothing but rainwater harvesting. The word used it, okay. But like they put it like groundwater back. So those people, they wanted to do on the wastewater side again. As I told, like unless in the first slide as I seen, there is a nature. We cannot go against nature. Period. If we are going against the nature, then we are like we will get that the problems, major problems. So what the nature is doing is our recycling nicely. As I told, like when we enter there, we are. I told that the same thing in India, all the platforms too. Hey, we are opening the cycle. It won't help. If you are opening the cycle, unless like the same thing. If we do, our agency is not there, the Lake Michigan would have been totally contaminated by this time. Like untouchable. That's what happened to so many lakes in India and all those things. So coming back to that one, it is only cost basis. Like we started like $200 for the whole place, including your lunches and dinners. If you go to your website, you pay like $500. They don't even give you even coffee. I'm sure. Like of course the big guys who put their they will give you off a little bit of beer for their promotion purpose. But from the conference side, whereas the people who have come with us, we took care of everybody like one thing it's very cost effective.
What was that? You ever heard of WebTech? WebTech is the Water Environment Federation.
Number one in the world.
It's the largest water conference in the world, and it's held here in Chicago. It was held this last year in Chicago, and it's held in New Orleans this year.
They alternate between Chicago
and it's the largest water environment conference, and everyone throughout the whole world comes, and we have it in the corner place. And we invite the students. The students, they pay $10 to come in and see the conference. And it's worth it. Maybe North Carolina University, maybe we'll let you know when it comes. Maybe you guys would like to come to the conference. And you meet every large corporation throughout the world at this conference. So I also would recommend that you learn to speak different languages. Yeah. Well, they cut it off. So. Well, and also don't forget about our internship program, guys. Look on our website, MWRD.org. I got a card, and you apply for. You look under career, the internship, $15 an hour. You have to live in Cook County, and you have to be a full-time student. And it's an excellent opportunity for anyone that wants to learn about our industry. Water is the next oil, guys. Water is precious. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.